This is Freeloaders. I'm Mike Papa Foxtrot.
And I'm 3T.
Freeloaders is a regular look at what is or has been free to download from the PlayStation Network. We download the games and give them a play and see if they're worth the download, bandwidth and time.
This time we're looking at Hood, Outlaws and Legends, a third-person multiplayer action game. The player assumes control of an outlaw who must infiltrate the keep of an authoritarian power and compete against rival teams to steal the treasure hidden in the keep's vault. The game was released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStations 4 and 5, and all the available Xboxes on May the 10th, 2021, and these are our first impressions. So, what do you think this game is going to do?
And that sigh was not connected to the game,
no.
Now, was it?
No. Technical errors and very rudimentary reading skills have made this a much harder challenge this month.
Well, I don't know, because I think I did my intro incorrectly as well the very first time we did it. Way back when, however many hours ago that was, because I started to overthink it about the PlayStation Network and its name change and what's going on.
Yes,
but never mind.
We've all had
you had
those
the easy
emails.
bit. You just had to read the blurb.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, yeah, I mean, I know practically nothing about this game. All I know about this game is what I actually managed to pick up while I was writing the blurb, and the only bit that worried me a little bit is it did say teams of 4 players.
Yeah.
And that makes me think that we might have to play with some randos, which is not what we like to do very often.
This could be an incredibly short episode, or it could be an extremely horribly long episode, but the matchmaking is going to make or break it, I guess. I also think that from the description, what I'm sort of expecting is some kind of medieval GTA heist system.
See, I was thinking more like a medieval version of Payday, which is a sort of a bank robbing thing where you have a team of 4 guys who go and rob a bank and have to sort of suppress things and keep things. I don't think, I've only ever played it once, and I've watched it a few times, watched other people play it a few times. You can play with bots in that, so you can actually play and assign people. I don't know if it's actually an online game, whereas this seems to also imply that there is an enemy team that you're playing with at the same time. And then I had visions of because of castles and keeps, what was that game with the Feed the Princess?
Oh, Fat Princess, yeah.
Fat Princess, that's right. You can't use that. You can't call her a fat princess. You mean that she is challenged in a mass way.
No, she was fat.
That's because she liked her cake.
Yeah, exactly, and she loved it. It wasn't a bad thing in that game. She was owning that weight, man. You know, she was.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was in charge, large and in charge. But
large and in charge.
What I'm seeing here is a very nice logo. That's the thing that I think is sticking out. I do like.
Well, what I like is the lack of loud music. I like the sort of
also good.
Yes. But you are right. The logo is nice, simplistic, an arrow going through. I mean, Hood. Obviously, we're thinking Robin Hood, right?
I would assume that's what they're going for. Yeah, it's some kind of merry men heist, which is quite a nice idea for a game. So I'm ready to be completely disappointed, but I'm going to start off this episode optimistic and see where we go from there.
All right, shall we hold on to our tights and press the X to continue?
I'm always holding on to my tights. Let's go.
All right.
Downloading
static data.
I've got to read and accept an end-user license agreement.
Oh, God. This is exciting. This is what makes it exciting. All right. I read that. I've read that the fastest I've ever read anything. Yeah. So there you go.
Well, I think that if it ever became important for me to read it, I'll go back and read it. But chances are it's not going to be on my dashboard very long. So there we go.
The thing is, though, if you disagree, the thing is, if you disagree with the end user license agreement, you can't play the game anyway.
No,
so
exactly.
It's almost like holding a gun to your head and saying, "Do you want to play the game? Yes or no?" So I mean, to be honest with you, I find them irritating, and I think they're just there really just to sort of cover everybody's bum.
Yeah,
that's a polite word.
Exactly. Now this appears to be. I'm hoping this is a little quick one-player tutorial because I've just got told to find a key, find a vault, and something else that I didn't
extract
read.
The chest.
Yeah. So is this just going to teach us the basic mechanics in a fun way? Let's hope so.
I mean, I'm hoping it's got the standard sort of third-person-y kind of controls. I mean, it's got a very sort of Assassin's Creed vibe going on, isn't it?
Yeah, straight away does look like that. So left stick to move, right stick for camera.
Okay, well, I have to work out. First thing I have to do is invert my y-axis. Sorry, invert y-axis.
Okay, so I have a bow and arrow, and this feels pleasing. Gonna go for a headshot. Headshot with a bow and arrow. Very happy with that.
How do I close?
And you get to pick your arrow back up as well. That makes sense.
Okay.
Use crouch to hide in bushes.
Oh yeah, crouch. Okay.
I was already crouching. Guards will not see you crouching in bushes. Eat an arrow. Eat two.
Yeah, it takes 2 to drop someone, doesn't it?
Unless you get them in the head.
Oh, I did have a go. Can you rifle through their bodies?
I don't know. I only got one of my arrows back, which I'm a little bit disappointed about. With the second guard, only one came back. So we're looking for the sheriff, I guess.
Oh, you're that far ahead. I've only just gone through the thing.
Oh no,
I already
not that
know
far.
how to crouch.
Ammo box.
I already know how to crouch.
Shoot ropes to lower them.
Oh yeah, you're right. Headshots generally take. Headshot is a one and done.
I got the first guy in the head, and the second guy was coming a bit too close, so I just went chest, and went for it. Climb up the rope.
I kind of, because I was hidden in the bushes. I kind of went for it. So. How do I interact with this?
So I don't know. The ammo crate just opened up for me, and then there was a. Am I going to get a stealth attack? Assassination.
Okay, I guess I've got all the arrows I'll ever need then, so that's fine.
Nice. The forest.
I've never thought about a sort of gangland execution with a bow and arrow, but that just happened pretty much straight in the face from very close range.
Have I missed a control? There's something popped up on my screen, and I have to say I'm very terrible with tutorials. I don't actually read them, which is why I get into trouble. Did you have to do anything to reload at the ammo crate?
No, I just went back up to.
Okay. When you got to the rope, did you have to do anything at the rope?
Press X to climb it. Oh, I shot it, and so it fell down, and then I pressed X to climb it.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to pick the one up on the ground. Oh.
Press.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Oh.
Just tagged the sheriff so that hopefully my merry men are going to come in and deal with him. It does seem very dark. It might just be that I need to go into the settings.
Well, I've already had to go into the settings to tweak things. Okay. No, I think it's, you're in the dark bits of. Oh, hello. What did that say?
Something about triangle for doing an explosive arrow, probably.
No.
Okay.
I got to the top of the guard. I got to the top of the guard tower, and I was supposed to do something to the guy at the top, but instead of pushing square, I actually pushed X, and I've just had to beat him to death with a combination of arrows at point blank range while he was hitting me with a sword. And
right, okay.
And finished him off with a bow. So yeah, that wasn't so nice.
I've picked up the key. I'm guessing I've just switched to another character, and I've got the key. So I've got to go and find what I've got to do with the key now. I suppose if I just looked for stuff, then I'd be. If I looked at where it says go, then I guess I'll be all right. Oh, this guy might be about to take me out.
Ability.
Stay vigilant.
Oh, I wish I'd found that earlier. This is why I should read things. This is why I should read things. I was supposed to use a special arrow. Okay. Where do I go next then? I'm terrible at reading tutorials.
Yeah, I know. I'm skimming it, a lot of it as well.
I'm stuck in a tower. How do I get out of the tower?
Oh, you have to. Can you see the sheriff? Are you looking down? Have you done an assassination on a guy?
Oh yeah, I killed the sheriff. Yeah.
Oh no, that wasn't the sheriff. So you have to now tag the sheriff with your L1. The sheriff is on the ground.
No. It says sheriff. Oh no, I see what you mean. Oh yeah. I just tagged him.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be shooting these guys. But I am. Crouch behind.
Okay, I've put some arrows in the sheriff. What does that actually mean?
You don't need to put arrows in him. You need to tag him with L1 so that you can switch to another member of your team who will come and be ready to pickpocket him.
One left.
Okay, L1.
Out of bullets.
One's L1.
Now should have finished me off.
Press to tag.
Stay alert.
I don't really know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, this has got a little bit of a Commandos vibe then, hasn't it?
A little bit, yeah. I think you have to... It looks like
Yeah.
you... Well, when you're in a multiplayer... Oh, no, I'm going to get killed because I haven't been taught how to do melee combat, and now there's 3 guys on me.
Square.
Yeah, no, that's if you're assassinating from behind.
Oh,
Oh, here we
well,
go.
I just went.
R2.
What weapon is my gun?
This is a stealth game. You are dead, killed by soldier.
Yeah, this is a stealth game. Sheriff is the sheriff is a little bit difficult to kill, isn't he?
You're not supposed to kill him. You're just supposed to pickpocket him. You're supposed to switch to Marion on the ground.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I couldn't help it. He was standing in front of me and needed to be shot.
Yeah, no, he's wearing a lot of armour. I was in the bushes and I aimed up at him and I thought, that's probably not a good idea, so I stopped myself. Oh, they've seen me. God's
So we
sake,
have to
run away.
somehow-
Out of bounds.
How do we got to sneak out?
They're all covered in armour.
I mean, it's not it's not horrible, is it? It's,
So far, but I'm terrible at it.
I think the sheriff just saw me. My sheriff, by the way, is full of arrows from where I was shooting him.
I was going to arrow these boys.
Oh well, he just got killed for a second time.
Yeah, I'm about to die for a second time.
He's just crushed my head. That was awful.
Are you married?
What an awful way to die. No, I'm the pickpockety thing.
Yeah, that's, I think. Well, Marianne it called her, but I think she's made Marion basically.
Yeah, well, in the distance I can see the other character called Robin going off and doing something. He's repositioning. Okay, pickpocket is square. Okay, that's what I thought I'd done to him, but apparently not.
Oh yeah, you have to go behind him and press the square stealthily while you've got your triangle on. Oh no, I didn't realise there was a guard here.
I've collected the key.
Last one.
What does that mean? What do I do now?
I'm out.
You have to make it to the back of the church and unlock the vault.
There's a bloody sheriff. The sheriff's chasing me. Okay, let's get far enough
Can I
away from
assassinate
the
this
sheriff.
guy now behind him?
Let's get the vault open.
Yeah.
Out of bounds. Completely objective. Well, okay. Well, this is not very open world.
No, yeah, well this is just showing us how this works, I suppose. So
Out of bounds.
that is just saying to get through this bit, to get through to the next bit, to get through to the
But
next
in the
bit.
real world, I would go that way because that's the way that I feel I'm safest. So why are you making me go past the sheriff, you bugger?
This is the bit that's just teaching you whether you can even play the game, and I'm feeling that I might not be very good at it. Who am I now? Little John or something?
This does feel a little bit like okay.
I've just
So can we
switched
go
characters
here?
again. Pick up the
Okay,
treasure
I think
chest.
I've got round the sheriff. Let's
Get to the
Okay, I'm
instruction.
now a mystic,
Your eyes open.
and I have to carry this chest and follow this Maid Marian, but not Maid Marian because legally distinct from Maid Marian. I guess it's all public domain though, Robin Hood, isn't it?
I would think so, yeah.
By
I mean,
now.
It's, this my sheriff is hilarious because he's got arrows stuck in his head from where I out of bounds. How the hell am I supposed to get there then?
It's
Do I have to go
telling me-
through the church? Do I have to go through the church?
Well, this is telling me to go to the docks, but then it's saying complete my... Oh, I've got to help her. I see, she's down. How do I help her then? Use your special ability.
The scales
Instinct.
fall from my eyes.
Pick up chest. Whatever. So already,
Oh, I'm inside
my
the
optimism
church.
has dropped to just inevitable kind of. Let's get this over with.
No, I mean, this is part of it. This is stealth.
Yeah. So I've got to stand here and I've got to work this winch. I'll be interested to see how it works as a team, because especially with randos, this will go south very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, I took a drink, but apparently I've got to winch faster. Hold R2.
These guys have got heavy armor on them. How are you supposed to kill them?
I think you're not supposed to engage them. I think the idea is don't kill anyone. Oh, and now here comes, I'm assuming, Little John. I thought it was Little John before, but I was a mystic. Now I'm John, the brawler. Excellent melee fighter. Strength allows him to lift portcullises and carry the chest faster. Well, that's two very specific
Oh no,
skills.
you can assassinate them if you get behind them. And
Yeah, if I threw a smoke bomb and and then he was all over the place, and then I was able to use
a smoke
assassinate.
bomb. What? Oh, now I'm being told about smoke bombs and rocks and
I
distractions.
don't know. I just got told when I was married. Hold, push forward, release. Can I not get through? Yeah, there we go. Now I'm Little John with a massive hammer. So what can I smash with this hammer? Oh, this guy's helmet looks smashable.
This guy has heard me. So I need to get over there. So what was a smoke bomb? Smoke bomb was throw rocks to distract the guards.
Oh, I need this hammer. I needed this just now. Excellent. Blocking at the right moment. Well, yeah. Okay. Oh, you little piece of turd. Oh, I'm just going to hammer him. I can't be bothered with this learn how to parry rubbish. I'm just going to keep swinging my hammer until he's dead. Or I am. There we go. Yeah, I know how that works now. Go on. Let's go to the docks. There's another two guys. Okay. So I guess I have to focus on somebody. Who wants some
Can I just run?
hammer?
Can I just run? Can I just run? I'm
I
just
did.
gonna
I
run.
ran through the
running.
church.
I'm running. Right. I don't like that. That's a terrible. Oh, he's got a mace and a half, and he out of bounds. What do you mean out of bounds? I need to go there to get away from this dude.
This stupid system. This is just showing me.
Elude and evade incoming attacks. Okay, but I don't understand out of bounds. I don't get it. I don't understand why out of bounds.
All these dudes just let me go to the docks. I know. I understand. I will maybe have to fight people if things go south. I get it. Is R1 an attack as well? R1's a heavy attack. Oh, why wasn't I doing that before? Okay. So let's go and help Winch. Let's go and help Mr. I look like a weird Goliath. Hold the winch faster.
Well, I don't really understand melee.
It seems to just be R2 and R1 just to whack whatever the heavy weapon is you've got in your hand. But am I done this yet?
Run.
But I don't understand why
Oh, he's got an... Right, I might have to abandon this winch to go and finish off this dude, because I think that's the sheriff. The sheriff can only be downed for a short time after sustaining high damage. Time you... Yeah. Can I just go and hammer the bugger? Oh, that's it. Victory. We did it. Fine. Okay. And I only died twice, I think. Maybe once and a half.
I died many times. Oh no, you can kill these guys in the church. They are killable.
Yeah.
You've got to get them far. You've got to get them far enough. I was thinking that they were built like a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just kill them all then.
It's a lot harder as Marianne, but if you were allowed to play as John, thing is, the problem I just got with that is that John was hanging around outside with a massive sledgehammer the whole time, and if he'd have come in, he'd have finished them all off with a couple of heavy blows.
Yeah.
But you know, that's not the game, is it? So I'm now Robin. I'm in my hideout. So what can I do here?
How do I? Why won't it let me do anything with this gun? I am struggling to actually use... There we go. Okay, he's down. Ooh, yeah, that took a lot of effort.
I was going to... Well, I don't know. Have you... you let me know when you've done the winch thing, because I was going to suggest that once the tutorial is done, that we call that part 1, and we struggle with matchmaking
absolutely.
and working out how to get together.
Well, I'm still in the church with Marion at the moment, so.
Okay. I'm just going to have a look around my hideout and see what kind of stuff it gives me. Battle pass, that means instantly that they have stuff
that's a smoke grenade. Oh, I see. Oh, so you could just do that, and then you can just run. Oh, I know you can't.
Yeah, but if you start smoke grenade, crouch behind him, and you can assassinate him.
How do I open the vault? Oh.
There should be a prompt, I guess.
Okay, but I can't.
Need to find bolts.
Oh, he's got armor. Yeah.
Let's go, please.
Right.
I can't unlock any of this stuff yet, anyway.
Okay, like that. Ah, right. Okay. Now I've worked out how to get him. Right. So to the vault. So X to unlock the vault.
I've activated the vault.
Okay, so there's no skill to unlocking the vault. It's
No, it's just have the key. And get
Oh, well, I'm disappointed. I was expecting that to be some kind of challenge.
I don't think it's that kind of game. I think it's more about having the right people in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Like you say,
I am
like
now-
commandos, I suppose.
It is. Oh, I'm over here.
Right
Okay,
away,
so
sir.
how come? Oh, because he can pick up the chest and the other girl.
You need Big Baldy to carry the chest, and then when he winches it, then you need Big Hairy to come and hammer the crap out of people.
Okay. Well, I'm at the docks, so. Oh, everyone is shooting. Okay, well that was very nice. The way everyone just got shot down there. Drop the chest off to help your allies. Oh, you want me to put the chest down? Okay.
Yeah, even though she wasn't in any danger, I couldn't tell, and then I just used my ability, and then it was fine, and she went off. So
out of bounds.
yeah, you just have to drop it, use your special ability, and then suddenly everything carries on again.
Okay.
I see all.
Okay, so it's just teaching you what your special ability is.
I think so.
Even though I didn't really gain anything from it because.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Not the greatest of tutorials, I will actually say, but not the worst either. So that's the thing.
Pretty by the numbers.
Winching. How does the winch work? Winch. So we just stand here and winch. Okay.
And then just hold R2
just
to
hold-
make it go faster.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's reasonably intuitive. Most of the
Oh yeah, I mean the thing is,
controls.
it is once you've worked out it's a stealth game. It's fine. It's not obviously. Okay, where was he 5 minutes ago? Then with
I
his
know
big
that's
hammer?
what I was annoyed about as well, because he's out there ready. He's in the churchyard. He's got a massive sledgehammer. He can lift portcullises like they're nothing. So he could have just run in and
hang
saved
on.
them.
So he's holding the portcullis. So what do I have to do
Oh,
now?
drop
Push
it,
forward.
and then he runs through.
Okay. Well, that wasn't very well explained.
No, I didn't think so either.
I'll be honest. There's lots of things that they've left out of these this tutorial.
But then, in some ways, you see, we do often say you don't want a tutorial.
No,
to hold your hand
I don't.
too
I don't
much.
want my. Oh yeah, that hammer's gonna. Oh yeah.
R1 seems to be a stronger attack than R2 because I was messing about with R2 against all these dudes.
Yeah.
And then R1.
No, I learned that with Marion.
R1 was a horizontal, not horizontal. Sorry, it was a massive vertical swing that almost cleft somebody in half. It was like wow.
Oh, but I learnt that with Marion. What do you mean he's out of bounds? Oh, it's because there's still.
Yeah, there's loads of
dudes.
dudes. You have to be.
Oh.
You have to mess up some guys. Basically, the sheriff's going to have to write some letters home after this little encounter because there's going to be some bereaved families of the guards.
Oh, well, that's nice to know. Okay, well, hang on. Where are the arrow bearers that were here just a minute ago that were raining arrows of death down on this docks? It's true, wasn't it? I mean, just when we first came out, the guys were killed by the arrows. You can't just spam.
No, you can't.
R1 though. You do actually have. There is a little bit.
You have to
of,
deflect a bit with circle as well.
Yeah. Have I got them all now? No.
No, there'll be one big dude coming after you. After you've beaten a few, there's one more guy comes from the opposite side. And R1 is your friend.
Oh, now I've got to help with the winch. Okay, yeah.
And then you'll see the sheriff like shambling towards you, but good old Robin, now he pulls out his explosive arrows again and downs the sheriff while you and Baldy Boy winch.
Yeah. Again, though, you would think that that Baldy Boy would already be on the docks because there was no need for him not to be.
He could have been
on the
winching that
docks.
whole time. And Marion could join in as well, you know, come on.
Yeah.
You don't have to be hugely strong to winch the winch, you know, that's the whole point of a winch, isn't it? It's that they make these things easier.
Oh, okay. Tutorial complete. Victory. Yeah, I mean, I felt a little bit inept, and I felt like that I was actually hampered by the tutorial slightly.
Well, I was just going to say score 1 for 3T because normally I'm the one who's hanging back. And I don't do the tutorials.
If there's reading, it's me. If there's any kind of complication in the tutorial, what did that say? Oh no. I mean, obviously, if it's building houses, then you're in trouble.
Anything
but other than
else.
that, we're usually fine. Okay, the tutorial is continuing. What's this?
No,
What's
now
going
you're
on?
in
It's
your
target
hideout.
practice.
So this is how we do matchmaking and work out what we're doing. So I suggest.
Okay,
that we call
well,
this
in that case, then
the end of part
let's
1.
call this part 1, and yeah. So we will jump in and have a little bit of a go, and for you, dear viewer, it will be instantaneous. For us, there may be quite a lot of medieval swearing, and certainly some use of the Saxon language.
Verily.
So we've put some time into Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. So 3T, what did you make of the game? Really?
I think my initial level of optimism stayed at about the same level. I guess it's pretty much what I expected. It's quite polished. It's pretty good fun. Overall, I would say. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do actually. I quite enjoyed it. The problem is playing with randoms. You kind of have to have the comms on. You have to be able to talk to these people, and that's a problem that we have with a lot of the games. I think that's the only downside, is that forcing you to play with 4 people is a bit.
If you have 3 people that you regularly play games with, and you fancy,
or 4 people that you regularly play games with, which, you know, that
switch around.
That would probably be, because you do need to talk to each other. You need to discuss where you're going, because otherwise you'll get some wild lunatic that just runs at the enemy with a hammer.
Yeah, that's mental. Who would do that?
I mean, well, yeah, exactly. But also, you know, you need to be able to sort of have someone say, yeah, just hold your position. You know, I'm going to, I'm Overwatch. I'm going to take out these guys. That kind of thing.
And as you pointed out, so there's a mechanic in the game which you'll no doubt see in the video here that we're showing, because we did die a lot. That when your character dies, it's up to another team member to bring you back. But while that's going on, you can do a bit of a ghost recce, completely free of any problems. So which is again brilliant if you're communicating.
Can't go through portcullises though.
No, and you have to crouch through holes and stuff. So you're still limited to the physical existence of your previous character, but at the same time, at least you can say, "Hey guys, I found this. Go north." Or so that's a really nice little mechanic if you have the ability to talk.
One thing we didn't test out is one wonders if you're using the in-game voice system, if that you're muted like you are when you are killed in thing, and maybe if you're using like the out of game voice system, maybe you aren't. I don't know. That's something that maybe different platforms, different audio systems. So, but yeah, I mean that is definitely that's definitely an advantage to have someone just run in and get killed and then be your bloody forward observer.
Yeah, exactly. I could see there being a lot of advantage if you can work as a team. We got quite lucky, I think. We did with the people that we've played with so far. We've had people who were kind of focused on the objectives, but were also
we did also play with people who were just on a bloodlust as well.
Yeah, it's very tempting. The problem is you're running around and it feels like a game where you should be killing everything, even though the game instantly tells you, no, hide in the bushes, be quiet, do it stealthy. But I'm a character with a massive hammer, and there's these guards over there, see? And I need to smash their helmets in. So that's the fight you've got in your head.
I'll tell you what. We played that Predator game.
Yeah.
Right. This was everything that the Predator game failed to deliver.
Yes,
all right?
I think you're
if
right.
If this engine and this mechanic and obviously it would have made that. That's what I was thinking. While we were playing, while I've been looking at, I was thinking, what is this? What is this similar to? What isn't it similar to? And then I went, oh yeah, the Predator wasn't awful, but it wasn't great. It had a very the engine was horrible.
It was a clunky first-person shooter that didn't need to be one. Yeah.
This was very smooth. It had a very smooth engine. It worked. It did its job. When you missed a shot on someone, you missed a shot on someone because you missed a shot on someone.
Yeah.
Not because the engine had let you down. And so I have to say, like you said, very polished game. Genuinely surprised. My only disappointment is you're forced to play with 4 people. As we said a couple of times, we'd probably do better on our own with 2.
Yeah.
But then maybe you'd be missing a skill set. But then it doesn't force you to select.
You could have 4 of the same
different
character.
skill sets. Yeah, exactly. I mean, at one point, what was it? It was 3 bloody Robins in a game. It's like what? So I'm the only one that came as a different character. Okay.
Yeah. But then again, we would have done better as a duo because we are quite.
And also because we're talking as well.
Because we're communicating.
We're talking, and we know exactly what it is. So the key to this game is to talk. This isn't just a pick up and play. Well, it is a pick up and play game if you have the right group of people.
Yeah.
I think that's what let it down for me is that it's random.
Or if you're not jaded and you are happy to play with random people and talk to them like we don't.
Talk to people.
I know.
That said, I had fun. I had fun.
I did.
And I had said to you a few times, yeah, it'd be nice to work out how to play this with just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
And how would you do that? And so that tells me that this might not get deleted very quickly.
No.
And also, it's not very big either. So it's not taking up a lot of space. So it might hang around for a little bit longer than was expected.
You can certainly see a little bit of exploration of the modes as well, before we
and learning the maps. I think once you've learnt the maps, because the problem was working out where the runes were to reactivate people, and you're like, tell me where it is on the compass, and I'm like, the compass? Oh, I'm not very good at reading maps. And then I had to sort of go fight and then turn and work out where, and then as I was directing you got killed that time, so it was like, I've done it. So it's I think once you've learnt the maps, but that's like any kind of first person, third person shooting game. Once you've learnt the maps, you know where you are, you know what you're expecting. I think with more time, this game would probably get more fun, and I think that's good news for this game because, or it is from my point of view, because it was fun enough just running around with a group of randoms, just sort of like going on a bloodlust. But also playing with people who were taking it seriously, and
certainly something to be said for. Run your health is low and then turning around and seeing 2 teammates attacking the soldiers who nearly finished you off. that was quite
yes.
entertaining and really is a little shot of adrenaline. It's like, yes, get them, you know. So I was quite surprised.
And the times that was happening, it would have been nice to have been able to be talking to those people to actually sort of say, okay, what are we doing next, fellas? We need to regroup. What are we going to do? Where are we going to do? What's our objective here? But again, you know, then maybe that's taking it too seriously, and that takes the fun out of it. I mean,
Maybe.
who knows?
Strike a middle ground.
Definitely a fun factor. Games it's similar to. I mean, it's like I said, very similar to Payday, which is like a robbery heist thing, but that you're not competing against other teams.
You can do.
One thing
we only played against the computer.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, I mean, again, we were playing it very much like Payday. Again, very much like Predator as well. Only a much better engine, and
a better idea for Predator. Yeah.
And again, it was very much like the heist mechanics in GTA. And I think the nearest thing that I think is it's and we said it during the tutorial, but it's less like it when you're actually on the ground, you know, playing. But it is very much like the Commando series of games, where you have to kind of like different people have different skill sets,
switch
to do
between
different
them.
things. But then that's very similar to any kind of what I would consider to be classic shooter game, where you didn't have the ability to like you do these days to completely customize your loadout. You had a heavy gunner, you had an infantry guy, you had a medic, you had someone who was a sniper. You had those. They were it, and you got whatever equipment you were given, and that was your loadout.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've got so used to games where you can customize your loadout to the point where you've got a bit of everything, whereas this is very specific, and I quite like that. That limits your factor. That moment where you go up against a guy and you suddenly realise that you ain't going to win this because this guy's a tank and you ain't a tank, and then you have to run away and hope that one of your teammates who is a tank comes and takes care of the other tank. So I mean, it's
classic
it's quite
heist
nice,
heist storyline, heist scenario. Like Commandos is a heist setup. Really, it's just in a different format. Assassin's Creed, there's a bit of that. I think you mentioned that during the tutorial. You know, stay stealthy. Bit of Metal Gear Solid, but
absolutely
more fun than that. It's it deserves a bit of exploration.
I don't know. I think we quite like Metal Gear Solid. I mean, I remember didn't we buy a second hand one? Didn't we buy two of those second hand from somewhere so we could actually play it?
No, you must be thinking of something else. I think that's Metal Gear Solid is not a multiplayer, I don't think.
No, okay, no, it was there was something that we.
One man army or two, army of two.
Army of two. That's the one. That's the one we specifically saw two of them in a second-hand place. We bought them specifically so we.
Which was good. I
think you've sold yours though, haven't you? You've got rid of yours
somewhere. I think it was for PS3.
I believe it was PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3, I think.
So it's long gone now.
It's long gone, yeah.
But I mean that's it really. It's like a heist game, but a sort of medieval setting, so it kind of works. I don't think we need to say what it's not like. I think you've got a good idea of what it is, really. But reasonably positive. I think we'll just cut towards the questions that matter, really. Is it worth the hard drive space and time?
I think it is. I think this is one of the ones that is. It's 19 gigabytes
Me too.
big. I downloaded it, and it downloaded very quickly. For the size, it does everything it does. I mean, it did what it said it was going to do in the burb, and it entertained me while I was playing it, and it's something that I think I'd like to go back to. Like I said, I'd like to work out how to how to adjust network settings in such a way so that you can control the lobby so that it's only you and I, which is something which, if you remember, we used to be able to do on Grand Theft Auto.
Exactly. So if there's a way of narrowing it down even better, definitely worth the space. Downloaded. Well, I set it going in the morning. It was done before we needed it today. So it's it's fine. We've had a good solid amount of time playing it, and probably will go back to it even more. So I am quite pleased with it.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, and I again, the problem with this question, would I have paid for it? Again, I wouldn't. I don't think I would have done.
No.
But if somebody had shown it to me and said, "Hey, look, I want to play this game with you," I would. Maybe then I would have bought it. Again, never heard of it before. Have not a clue. Never heard of it. I mean, the game is less than a year old. Yeah, I mean, it's basically it's 11 months old, so it's a fairly new game as well.
Yeah.
And I think it was also one of the cheaper options. I think it was only like €24, £24 or something like that. I mean, none of the games in this month were expensive games. They were all in the they were all less than 30. None of them were high-end games, but I think this was probably the best of the ones that I could see.
Certainly the most interesting option.
Unless you like square sponges.
It's just interesting, an interesting selection. Yeah, there are obviously changes happening with the PlayStation Network, and I don't know what the future will bring. But for now, yeah, it's not a bad option for this month, and we've had fun with it. And would I have paid for it? I still don't think I would.
No.
But it's a welcome, even if it only stays on my dashboard for the rest of this month until I need space next month. I think I'll definitely get my money's worth out of it for my subscription this month. So I think it's okay.
Reminds me a little bit of like an XCOM 2 that stayed around for a very long time, and also Sniper Elite, which hung around for a very long time as well. So those are the two that hung around. I mean, unfortunately, Sniper Elite did get removed, but I still have Vampire, and I still have, for example, XCOM 2. And also the Golf 2K21 hung around as well. This one might hang around for a little bit. I mean, I have kept Sonic as well from last month, just because it's a race. It was a reasonably solid racing game. So
well, if nothing else,
it's nice to have options.
Exactly, it's a good option. It's not hurting being there, and as long as there's space. It's worth a bit more of a deep dive, I think. But yeah, definitely.
I mean, and for me, I used less Saxon vocabulary than expected.
Yeah, me too.
With that, this is Mike Papa Foxtrot.
And this is 3T, and we were looking at Hood, Outlaws and Legends, currently freeloadable from the PlayStation Network in April 2022.
So you only have to worry about what you've got.
So I get the easy bit, and then I get, and this time we're looking at. That's cool. I'm happy with that.
Wouldn't call it the easy bit. Also, you have to do the out. This is Freeloaders. I'm Mike Papa Foxtrot.
And I'm 3T.
Freeloaders is a regular look at what is or has been free to download on the PlayStation Network. We download the games and give them a play and see if they're worth the download, bandwidth and time.
This time we're looking at Hood, Outlaws and Legends, a third-person multiplayer action game. The player assumes control of an outlaw who must infiltrate the keep of an authoritarian... I got the easy bit. Authoritarian just suddenly became a word I didn't recognise.
Yeah, all right. So,
okay.
Here we go.
Apologise.
Here we go. No. I'm pretty sure I fucked up the read, because I'm not sure if it's called the PlayStation Network anymore, but never mind. And my brain started to overthink it.
Yeah.
But we'll just deal with it. Here we go. So,
stick with it.
Yeah. This is Freeloaders. I'm Mike Papa Foxtrot.
And I'm 3T.
Freeloaders is a regular look at what is or has been free to download from the PlayStation Network. We download the games and give them a play and see if they're worth the download, bandwidth and time.
This time we're looking at Hood, Outlaws and Legends, a third-person multiplayer action game. The player assumes control of an outlaw who must infiltrate the keep of an authoritarian power. second my brain broke because I said it wrong, and my tongue went, "No, we front it out. We'll just keep pissing. It's fine."
You should have just kept on going like I
know.
did with Sonic, because I just said fuck it and kept on going.
I know.
And I just style it out at the end. This is what you do. That's what I was gonna. Because I was gonna style out the fact that I thought I did the introduction wrong and actually talk about it. Oh dear.
That was what my brain did. My brain went, "That's wrong," and my tongue went, "No, go."
All right.